for this, in body or in spirit. Rise up and sing with us. One more time. Yeah, we got the clapping going. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Flowing like a river of peace. I am nature's wandering child. Love cannot be added to me. I am made complete in the divine. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. There is magic in every day, playing like a beautiful song. And as I'm choosing my way, there's a voice inside to guide me along. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Do that again. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. I am spirit-led, spirit-fed. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Everywhere and always I am spirit-led. Wow. Whew.
All right, good morning. My name is Bob Hardy. Welcome to Unity of Walnut Creek.
My name is Danae Legan. Welcome to our service.
We want to greet and bless everyone who is watching online. Your presence adds to our service and community. We are grateful for you to be online. Thank you, thank you. Please join us in welcoming our featured musician. Mitch Munroe is going to sing for us today. Joined by Tyler on keyboards, of course, Dusty on bass, and Lariah on drums. And Lisa is our Unity song leader today. Thank you for sharing your music today.
You're gonna love it. Reverend Kristen will deliver today's message entitled The Real Source, the first in an 8-part series based on the community book study of the Abundance Project.
All right, and before we begin, I invite you to turn your cell phones to silent as we enjoy this sacred service together.
There's always one that goes off. Don't be the one. I'm not kidding. Let's take a moment to be grateful for this land that our center rests on. This is Bay Miwok and Ohlone land.
We honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today, and we are grateful for those who were stewards of this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred native grounds and Mother Earth.
Unity is a positive path for spiritual living, and our vision for the world is, let's say this together. We envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness.
And our mission is who we have come here to be. Let's say this together.
We are a loving, inclusive community, expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all.
And our core values, of course, are
Love, connection, service, and wisdom. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you feel comfortable, please raise your hand so that we may give you a welcome packet. And yay, welcome.
Thank you for being
We
here.
invite you to visit our Welcome Center, the bookstore cafe, across the patio after the service for a free welcome gift. And we hope you'll stay and visit after service. And if you're online thinking about coming, come join us next week.
All right. And connection cards are available in the newcomer welcome packets and in the seat pockets in front of you. These are for everyone. With this card, you may submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will pray with you throughout the week.
You may also share feedback or request information, and please place your card in the basket during the offering. And for those of you viewing online, connection cards are available on the Watch Live page on our website. And as usual, we have several activities to highlight this week.
Right, including today, Unity's Board of Trustees invites you to an important community gathering today at 1 o'clock in the community room right across the patio there. This will be a circle format to hear your questions and provide updates on our community financial well-being and actions taken to date on your ideas that were shared in the last community gathering. So some feedback there. Please bring your questions and ideas and contribute your energy to a community prayer of attraction. Bring your own lunch or eat before or during the meeting along with your questions, feedbacks, and ideas. Thank you.
Are you new to Unity or returning after a long presence? Absence, actually, or presence.
Bring presents.
Or willing, it looks like the word present, interesting. Or willing to welcome people who are new to Unity. Join us next Sunday, October 13th at 1 o'clock in the community room for our New to Unity welcome. Enjoy light snacks as you make new friends and learn a bit about Unity.
So question, who do you know that could use the positive spiritual teachings and loving community that we have here in Unity? I wonder, who could that be? Please invite them to come to Unity on Sunday, that's next Sunday, October 13th, for our Bring a Friend Sunday. Welcome them to stay afterwards for our New to Unity welcome in the community room. It's an opportunity there next Sunday.
A wonderful opportunity to have a friend sitting next to you in this beautiful community group. Unity has a new monthly support group for people experiencing personal loss. The Grace, Grief, and Gratitude group meets on the third Wednesday of each month and is safe and compassionate space for individuals experiencing the profound sorrow that comes with the loss of a loved one. In recognizing there is no timeline for grief, this group is dedicated to offering support, understanding, and a sense of community and connection. We have all lost someone in our lives at some point. Through meaningful, facilitated conversation, we raise awareness, acceptance, and understanding of living with loss and grief. On a lighter note,
Well, that's about community. We're going through life, the ups and downs of life together, right? Supporting each other on the ups and the downs. And this is an event that we love to bring everybody up with, is filled with magic and fun at the Unity's Wizards Ball. There's, right? I didn't bring my hat today. It's on the Saturday night, the 19th, and this enchanting evening includes a delicious dinner, readings from practitioners, a magician and his apprentice, of course, super raffles with great prizes, a silent auction, raffle baskets, a delicious dessert auction, which is one of my favorite, dancing, and other fun activities. Wizard, fairy, and woodland creature costumes are all encouraged. I could wear my woodland creature costume. God, this is so exciting.
very good.
Oh man, this is getting better and better.
All right.
The fall fundraiser team will be on the patio out there with Elizabeth. Buy your ticket to the event, sign up to volunteer, or sign up for one of the amazing play dates being organized by creative people at Unity. Those are really fun. You can also purchase tickets and sign up for play dates on our website as well for those of you online.
Right. For more information and registration for all of our events, please see our website. You may visit our welcome table for flyers. And now I would like to invite Reverend Kristen to the platform.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to see everybody. So there's an abundance of you. This is good because we're starting the Abundance Project. And I want to let everybody know, this is great that you're here on the first day, and all of you who are tuning in online on the first day, because the next 8 weeks is going to be our fall series. Every year, it's really traditional in Unity that there's a fall series with a book that is talked about on Sunday messages, and then there's a bunch of study groups. And we have 6 different study groups with experienced facilitators that await you, starting tonight and tomorrow night and Tuesday night and Tuesday afternoon. Oh, 6:30. I call that tonight. 3:30. Oh. Oh, I think we've been miswritten? Oh, okay. It's been fixed on the sign-up sheet. It's at 3:30. Okay, so there's a Sunday afternoon group at 3:30 at Laurel's home. There she is in Pleasant Hill. What other facilitators are here? Just stand or raise your hand. The Jansons have one on Monday night. Is it full? Yeah. Theirs is full. Chris Gomes, is she here? She's got a Tuesday night at Dimitri and Elena's house in Pleasant Hill. Wednesday nights at Rossmore, Linda Stevens, Ray Joyce, Marcella, there she is. And Thursday nights are Zoom online. And Tuesday afternoons are the book club that meets here at 2 o'clock with Mike McGarvey. So anyway, there's sign-up sheets out there for more information and questions. But why am I telling you about all this? Because it's an opportunity for you to go deeper into material throughout the fall, to meet people, to meet them in their homes. It's like a whole different ballgame, right? A different kind of connection. So if you've been wanting to get to know some of the cool people in your community that you sit next to on Sundays, or all the new folks that have come in that you haven't had an opportunity to talk with yet, this is a great way to do it. And not only that, this is about us really, 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 once and for all, getting the whole idea of abundance. It's not about more stuff. If that's, what you thought it was, it's going to be disappointing. But or a relief, right? But it is about more of everything. And that can include stuff if you want it to be. But that's not the point. So we're going to talk a lot about it, obviously, launching it today. But I just really encourage all of us to dive in as a community. This is the point, to have a whole community-wide experience. And it's a great book. Derek Rydell is an excellent writer. Laurel and Johanna and Felicia studied it all through the summer, and that's how this came to us. So they've already been through it once, and they're coming around again. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Let's move into our meditation time, shall we? And so I invite you to join with me in our statement of affirmation, and it'll be followed by a poem by David Peterson. So let's say our statement of affirmation together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. Our prayer chaplain, resident poet, David Peterson has something to share with us, and it'll be followed by some guided meditation, some music, guided meditation, and silence.
This is called The Ultimate Philanthropist. I see myself. I give to myself. I give to others. Learning, playing, reaching. Everyone here. As I walk, I feel coins cascade. I feel rich, abundant. I receive my gifts. Old man Buddha gives me a bonsai tree to nurture, to cultivate, to heal myself. A friend said, build it and they will come. Keep trying. The light is you. Tangible, here, real. Drawing on my own wisdom, playing, teaching, my perfect manifestation of spirit.
There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. And in this place of light and love, you can do anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden. That garden is you. And in this place of light and love, you can do anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden. That garden is you. Such a beautiful garden. That garden is you.
Allowing yourself to enter that garden. The very best part of yourself. There's a gate at your heart, and I invite you to walk through it now. Smell the beautiful blossoms. To enjoy the array of colors and textures and shapes. Plants that dance in the wind. The clear pathway that you walk upon. Finding a place in the garden to sit down, to be still. And even as your senses are alive with the garden all around and within, there's also an absolute silence where the waters run and the breeze comes through and the sunshine feels warm. Place of love and light, of peace. So let us be still here for a few moments in the garden of your own heart. We recognize that we are supported by the earth in this garden. And we ourselves are that very foundation, that earthy body. That our emotional nature, the waters that run through the beautiful garden, water and nurture and release and purify and bring playfulness. And that the air up above, access through the crown, is the very spirit that moves in and through us, that is us in essence. Right before us, we see the light that guides our path, sometimes full of passion. It burns the way for us forward like fire. I am the light, I am the spirit, I am the earth, the body, the physicality. I am the waters, the living water. I am the garden. And so it is.
And in this place of light and love, you can do anything that you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true. A beautiful garden, that garden is you. Such a beautiful garden, that garden is you.
I'd like to read you a passage from this book on imagination. Imagine a world in which you're not dependent on anyone or anything outside of you, but instead you are the source of unlimited support, supply, and security, more than enough to meet your own needs and the needs of your family and community. And now, imagine people all over the world with this new awareness. There go most acts of violence. There go most wars. Here comes a golden age of abundance for all.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Sing along with this.
I hope someday you will join us, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
And so it is. Terry taught that to all of us on our Unity Village trip. I think my stand is a little wonky. I hope that's not a sign of me being a little wonky today. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. So as you know, we're starting the Abundance Project today. It's really exciting. I mean, I started on Audible, then I started reading the book, then I reread the first couple chapters, and I just really like the work of this author. He takes us to a new place with abundance teachings. And so if this has been, prosperity has been one of those things, and how many of us would like a little raised prosperity consciousness? Anybody would like that? Yeah, why not, right? We can always evolve into something greater, and so this is an opportunity for that. And he begins this book with a search for the real source of abundance, which is what we're really talking about today, is the seeking and finding of that real source of abundance. So when this group of us went to, from Unity of Walnut Creek last week, went to Unity Village, there was 17 of us initially. I think we ended up with 15. And you know, you might think that because that's the headquarters that we had gone to the source of it all, right? Yet that obviously wasn't the ultimate source of it all, right? That there's something bigger there. So there's something else there. And then when we get there and we feel the grounds and the beauty of the grounds and the beauty of the buildings and the spaces, and we think, wow, well, this is sort of the source. No, that's not quite it yet. And then you think about the co-founders, Myrtle and Charles, and what they created and what was birthed through them. And you say, wow, well, there we are. You know, maybe they're the source of unity, the source of it all, you know? But then there was something more, wasn't there? Because we could then start to feel into the energy. Now we're close to the source. Now we're getting back to that place. space. Now we're in that space. And you too, we can feel it here, right? We can feel it everywhere present. The source of unity, the source of all creation, the source of all things made manifest. By allowing ourselves to drop in and to connect with that source. So the author helps us by taking this idea of a riddle, essentially. You know, in the spirit of what came first, the chicken or the egg. He points us to the cover of the book, and he says, you look at this abundant apple tree, and you look at the apples, and you think, wow, that's abundance, right? And he says, is that the source? Or what came first, the apple, the tree, the seed? And so we'd think, oh, well, that's the source, the seed, right? Because the seed became the tree, and then the tree produced the apples. That must be the source. Nope, not deep enough. He says, what is the source is the divine intelligence that held the pattern of the tree inside the seed. And then it produced the apples. You see? So the source of abundance is not the chicken or the egg or the fruit or the tree or even the seed. The source is the intelligent life that set forth the pattern that created the idea of you and all the things we see made manifest in the world. But we are so conditioned to look to the outer. We are so conditioned to think the thing is the abundance, right? The thing that we manifest. And if we have a bunch of these, then we have an abundance of lecterns, and that's a good thing, right? So we should have more of them. And so more is better, and more stuff is better, and that's how we've been oriented, right? And so it's even as spiritual people, even of all of you in this room and behind the camera and outside that are on this journey, a very earnest journey of spirituality, we can forget and then we remember. We forget and then we remember. We forget and we think that all this is abundance. The money, the clothes, the car, the house, everything we're striving for, the retirement savings, whatever it is that we think we must have in order to be abundant. The whole time missing the point that you're abundant from the get-go because you're made of this. You are of it, and you are participating with it at all times. So the infinite source is the divine intelligence of it all. But most of us just don't look deep enough. That's really the crux of all of our prosperity problems. We just don't look deep enough. But if we do, in fact, take another look, go past the byproducts and the symbols of prosperity and ask, what made that? What is the origin point of that? Because I would like some of that. And so if I back it up to the origin point, I realize I have that. I am that. And so I therefore can create whatever I want. I know we teach it, we talk about it, you've read about it, you took workshops on it, right? We've all been down this journey. We know about prosperity, but it's about embodying it. It's about walking it. It's about knowing it. It's about remembering all the time or remembering more often. Our goal is to remember all the time, right? That's the difference between us and the masters that have gone before us that we look to, like Jesus and Buddha and so on. They just never forgot. And we're just in this dance of, I forgot, and I think I don't have enough, and then, wow, I feel really good, I'm in the flow, everything's cooking with gas, and oh, I forgot, and I'm really tired, and I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have love, I don't have enough right? You know how we can tire ourselves out? And then we get with our friends, and then they say, yeah, it's really terrible, isn't it? There's not enough. And then we get an abundance of friends, and all of us are standing around going, oh, isn't it awful? It's so terrible. There's just not enough. And meanwhile, the source is over there going, come on, play with me. Come on, just step over, just a little step. And then there we are in the truth of who we are. There we are in the source of who we are. There we are, not just the seed, the idea of who we are, the pattern of who we are, the beautiful design that you are. Isn't it magnificent when you think about it? The diversity across our world, it's so amazing, the diversity of life. Nothing alike, no plant alike, no human being alike, nobody like you. That there is that beautiful source that just went and just came into an explosion of everything, of color, of form, of texture, of you. You have a divine, intelligent pattern inside of you. It's made of God, Goddess. It's made of this beautiful source energy. And then, yet, we still keep forgetting, right? We still come into this place of lack and this theory that we don't have enough, and then we look around to our neighbors and that person has more. I'd like more. I'd like to have more like them. And so now I don't have enough. And then the really dangerous part of the I don't have enough thinking is it quickly moves into I am not enough. And then when we don't feel worthy to either give or receive, sort of like game's off for abundance, right? Because if I'm not worthy, then, that's just going to keep blocking it every time. So we have to get ahead of that, right? We have to get ahead of it. And we have a lot going on in our world that will keep us in the lane of not enoughness. I'm not enough, and I don't have enough. The advertising industry makes all of its money on I'm not enough, and I don't have enough. And so it will play into that, and it'll lure you with all the little pop-ups on your device that will say, you need these boots. You need this. It'll make you look really good, And then it's like it just lures us into that, and it touches on that place that says, I don't have enough, something's missing, and I'm not worthy. So it's not that we can't have those things. It's not like, material things bad, spiritual things good. It's just spiritual things are the source of all of it. So stop looking at that stuff and saying it's abundance. That's not abundance. Abundance is the idea, the design, the pattern, the truth, the thing that blossomed out into everything. And when we remember that, then we can create anything at all. It's sometimes hard to believe, isn't it? You might be sitting here thinking, I got some dreams. I got some ideas. I got some things I want to create. I've got some things I want to do with my life. I have some places I want to live and things I want to travel I want to do. Whatever it is that is your heart's desire, you may be thinking, I would like to do those things, but how do I get from here, this place that says, I don't really think it's true that I can get there, to the place that says yes, to the place that says, of course, to the place that says, I am abundant, to the place that says, I am one with the source, so I can co-create anything. How do we make the leap? We have to work, right, on what we're holding in consciousness. Jesus was the master teacher of abundance. It may seem that we thought he was just like some poor rabbi walking the streets with no shoes on, or simple sandals on or something. But it doesn't matter what he was wearing, although some say he was wearing this beautiful seamless robe and, anyway, whatever. What we're after here is the teachings, right? What we're after here is the essence. What we're after here is what was he embodying? What was he saying? What was he showing? He says in John 10:10, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. He's laying out two types of consciousness. One is the thief. And the bad news is the thief is not the one who's going to come to your door or break in. The thief is you, who's robbing yourself of your good by thinking you don't have enough or they aren't enough. I say we too, me too. This isn't you. I'm not preaching at you. That we don't think we have enough. So it's that whatever fill in the blank. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough connection. I don't have enough, whatever it is that is your refrain, because most of us do have that refrain when we forget, whatever it may be, or we bounce back and forth between these. But robbing ourselves then by thinking we don't have enough, and then robbing ourselves further thinking about our future. How many of you worry that you won't have enough in retirement? You'd be working till you're 90. Yeah, a lot. That's a real fear for a lot of us, right? And we rob ourselves of our future good by sitting around and worrying about not enoughness in our future when God, the source, the I am, the divine, is saying, woohoo, I'm over here. Just step in. Just drop in. Just remember who you are. It's right here. And then we go, oh, you know how it is when we drop in, right? When we all go into meditation together, it's like, oh, there I am. It's not very far away. And then we remember there. Then we stop having this spiritual amnesia. So then we become the Christ consciousness itself, that second type of consciousness that Jesus is speaking of in John 10:10 about abundant life, and I came so that you could have it and have it abundantly, is Christ consciousness or divine consciousness. And it's out of that Christ consciousness that we enjoy the abundance, that we give more life, because we're out of that place of there's plenty. We're like an eternal spring. When we're in that space, we're just in the flow and we're in the love and everything is feeling good, and we want to share it with everybody because there's so much good that's flowing through us. And it's that consciousness that Jesus is pointing us to. Get away from the thievery. Get away from robbing yourself of your good and your joy in this moment and in your future, and come in instead to the place where you are full of life. And you are giving of it abundantly because you have it to give, because there is eternal source that you are now standing in and on and allowing to flow through you. So it's that I am, that divine I am inside of you, that Christ consciousness or divine consciousness inside of you that's saying, I'm here. I came here. I'm here. And I'm here so that you may have life and have it abundantly. So the good is delivered. The good is delivered. It's at your doorstep, and I do not mean an Amazon package. I know those bring a lot of joy. But think about how much more joy you could have and how much more whatever you want to co-create and attract into your life you could have if you remembered where that source came from. If you remembered how that good was manifested, created, brought to your door. It's that good, it's that source that is standing there. It's indestructible, that good. It's priceless, the good we're talking about here. It's irreplaceable, the good we're talking about here. It's not a thing. It won't break. It won't go away. It won't go into a landfill. It won't be given away. It's something that you can hold on to and stand in and walk in and express through and allow and share with everybody, because you remember when you connect what God is, the source, you also remember the second principle of unity, I am it, right? I am the divine presence. I am a vehicle and a channel for this good to flow through. And then it gets unleashed through us and we can enjoy it because it is such a joy to give it, isn't it? Is it such a joy to give love? Isn't it such a joy to be able to connect, to give our good, to give a smile or a hug or a handshake or a compliment to somebody and watch them grow before our very eyes? It's good to give abundant life. It feels good, and it reminds us of who we are, and it reminds us of the source that we are touching as we create whatever it is that we are creating right there in that moment. So abundance is about who we are, and abundance is about what we have. And not have in the sense of stuff, but have in the sense of quality, have in the sense of irreplaceable, permanent quality, access to spiritual quality, and all things manifested from there. When we come into contact with Source, what happens is we get a mirror of the truth of who we are. And we get fed, spiritually fed by that, and we get empowered by that to give it away, to share more of it. It flows out of us. It spills out of us. There's so much to share, right? That we even have to, at times, consciously say, whoa, okay, I can't share that much more right now in this moment because I got to go do whatever. But later I will share more of whatever it is that is flowing through us to be created, to be shared, to be expressed, to be given over. So all of this sounds good, right? But then do you ever feel like, I don't know, I'm not feeling the connection. Do you ever feel that? I don't know what happened. I was feeling all spiritual, I felt the presence, and then poof, it got really arid in here, Suddenly I'm just not, things are dried up, I'm not feeling it. And maybe you even get to the point where you feel like you lost it. Like, where did it go? Did I lose it completely? Did I ever have it? We start to really question ourselves in those moments when we have a crisis of faith or a crisis of feeling the presence. Or maybe you think, the divine intelligence of the universe, really, it does not have time for me and my little old problems. You ever think that? I'm not going to pray and ask for anything because, God's too busy. Have you ever thought that? I mean, maybe as kids more, but I don't know. I think as adults we do that sometimes too. It's it's back to that worthiness thing. It's like, oh, little old me, I can't be connected to the divine intelligence of the universe. And then every so often we get a hit and we realize who we are. And so our journey is to get more of those and to remember when we do get them that that's the real thing. In Unity Metaphysics, we have two different realities we talk about. One is the relative reality, and one is absolute reality. As human beings, we tend to hang out in relative reality a lot and reinforce relative reality a lot, which is the idea that things go missing, that we don't have enough, that they're, and so on. But absolute reality is the thing. Absolute reality is the source. Absolute reality is the truth of what we're talking about, the real source and the grounding in that real source. So are you willing to remember again when you forget? That's all. We all have, there's an epidemic of spiritual amnesia. This isn't, you're not alone in this. So when you forget, are you willing to remember again? That's all you need to do, is have a willing spirit to say, when I forget, I'm willing to remember again. How do you remember? How do you get back? Maybe it's a word of thanks. Maybe it's just a slight shift in consciousness. We know that prosperity can be anything, right? Prosperity can be anything. We define it as, it could be money, it could be stuff, it could be things, it could be material goods, but it also can be love and harmony and peace and joy and all those things, right? And so there's a sense then of whatever it is that we want, whatever it is that we are seeking, to give ourselves to it is a prosperity principle, is an abundance principle. If we give ourselves to it, we'll get more of it. Do you remember the song by Kate Wolf? Give yourself to love if love is what you're after. I loved that song. I sang it all the time when I was single. I think I sang it for 6 years. And then... And then finally, Brenly appeared. Where is Brenly? There she is. Abundance. But Kate Wolf really got it, right? Give yourself to the thing you think you're missing. Give yourself to the thing that you want to manifest. If you want love, give love. It's pretty simple. It seems like so counterintuitive because we say, but I don't have any. How do I give it? I don't have any. Oh, but we always do. See, that's the thing. Even if it's just like a little drop of love, a little idea of love, we got something to give. Give what you have to give. Remember the story of the widow's oil? I'm not going to get into detail, but the widow didn't have a lot, didn't have anything, felt like she didn't have anything, and Elijah comes along and says, what do you have? She's like, I have nothing. The house is barren. I have nothing. I can't feed my sons. What do you have? What do you have? He kept asking. Finally, she had a little oil. And of course, he helped her manifest more and more and more and more and more of the oil. So start with a drop of love. Start with a drop of connection. Derek Rydell, the author, talks about one of his clients, Mona. She was a shut-in as an adult. She was really isolated at this point because she had childhood illness that kept her in that kind of state of mind. And so now here she was alone in her home. And she was really wanting some connection, as we social human beings do. And so she got introduced to the Abundance Project. And she started working the principle, this idea of, if I want connection, I want love, I have to give it. I have to generate some of it myself so that I can be an attraction point for more of it. right? We've heard of the law of attraction. That's what she was doing. And so she looked around and she thought, what can I love? And she decided to befriend the plants around her house, inside and out. And then she'd go out in the evening and she'd commune with the stars. And then on the occasion that somebody would come to her home, she would commit herself to being the best companion she could possibly be to that person. She wouldn't come from a needy place of, oh, I've got a friend that they're going to give to me. She came from a giving place of, I'm going to be the best companion I can be. And then she realized that she needed to love herself some more, so she started working on some self-love, which turned into some forgiveness work, which turned into forgiving all the people in her history. And pretty soon, she met someone and fell in love and lived happily ever after. No, I don't know about that part. I assume she's living happily ever after. But whether you are already in a relationship or you are wanting to manifest a relationship, Mona had a key piece to the health of it, right? It's work from the inside out. It's not a what can you do for me, but how can I give more of that which I would like to receive? And then we get in that flow. It's not, when you're in a relationship and we say mistakenly that that person is my other half, H-A-L-F, what we really mean is that other person is my other halve, H-A-V-E, right? We're both halves, we're both wholes, and that's how we, W-H-O-L-E-S, by the way. And that's how we come, right, together. Is it out of that abundant sense of connection to the source? That's how we co-create more and have a more joy-filled relationship. There's this exercise in the book I'd like to take you through, a brief meditation. I renamed it Turning on Your Innate Love Machine. Would you like to play with us? All right. So I invite you, if you'd like, to close your eyes. Take a moment to tune into your heart. And recall a time when you felt loving or loved. See the object of affection and feel the love. Take a breath, and as you exhale, let that feeling of love expand and fill your chest, and then fill your whole body. Really feel it. Give it a color. And then take another breath, and as you exhale, see and feel this color expanding to fill your whole body. Now radiate that love into your life and see it saturating everyone and everything around you. See people's reaction as they feel your love enveloping them. See how it blesses them, heals them, inspires them. Feel how good that feels. Experience the expansion as you radiate it out, seeking nothing but to give and generate love. And when you're ready, come back into the space. Did you feel some love? Where did it come from? Nothing changed in your physical world. Nobody gave you anything. You didn't get a gift, I don't think. You didn't win the lottery. You generated that love that you just felt. You are the source of your love. And when you don't feel it, where did it go? Is it gone? No. All you got to do is drop back in and generate the feeling of love. We make this so complicated, don't we? We make it so hard, and it's so simple. We came wired with this, wired with love. We can never lack love. It's not possible. We're made of it. We're generators of it. You're like a little generator. You know, when you hear those generators, you know, that's you buzzing around the world. So all you got to do is plug in, right? Plug into the source. 24/7, it's available to you. We went to the Peace Chapel at Unity Village, and it's open 24/7. There's 6 chairs. They were hand carved by one man out of walnut trees that used to be on the property. They still sit there after 100 and some years. And on one wall is "Peace, be still," the wall you face when you're meditating. And if you want to go to the back of the room, there's an old-style phone on the wall. Remember those phones that just hang on the wall with a cord? You don't even have to dial a number. All you have to do is pick up the phone, and somebody says, "Silent Unity, how may we pray with you?" And right there is everything we need. Pick up the line, sit down, peace, be still. That's all we ever have to do. It's the answer to everything, to every abundant problem you think you might have had, to every prosperity issue, to every life issue you think you're dealing with. Pick up the line, sit down, peace, be still, and know that I am. That's it. We're in a process, right, of knowing, and you can remember this as ACE, really simple, right? To remember that the real source is available 24/7. That you are connected to the source 24/7. And that you are the embodiment of that source 24/7. Available, connected, embodied. Source available, connected, and embodied 24/7. If you lose sight of that truth, pick up the line, sit down, peace be still, and know that I am. This is how we shift, right? This is how we shift and plug back into source. And, you know, this is the story of the 2 things really that we can do is shift and share. Shift and share. We've talked about sharing love. Shift and share. The story that, Jesus shows us in the feeding of, now some verses say 5,000, but it was 5,000 men plus all the women and children, so I'm thinking it was more like 12,000. And, you know, it goes like this story, this is the version in Matthew. As evening approached, the disciples came to Jesus and said, "This is a remote place, and it's getting late. And I think we need to send the crowds away to the villages so they can go buy some food." And Jesus says, "You don't need to send anyone away. You give them some food." Disciples are like, "All we've got is 2 fishes and 5 loaves. And Jesus says, "Bring them here." And then he starts to break them apart. But what is he really doing? He's doing 2 things. First, he shifts before he does that. He takes the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and he shifts his attention to heaven. And he gives thanks. So what he does is he moves to his source. He opens his perspective, he shifts into source. He acknowledges that there's a presence there. He gives thanks for it. I mean, he does this all very quickly, right? And he starts breaking the food into small pieces. And he gives it to the disciples, and the disciples give it to the people. And 5 or 12 or, 20,000 are fed. And they're all satisfied. And there's 12 baskets of food left over. But it's so simple. What he's showing us is it's 2 steps. That's all to your abundance. Shift to your source and share. Shift and share. That's all we do. Shift and share. And then it comes, and then it flows. And we are generating, and we are giving, and we are expressing, and we are receiving because we are in that abundant flow, because we remembered and acknowledged our source, and then we got busy being the generator of the good. If you want more to come into your life, Derek Rydell says, you must let more life come out of you. That's it, right? Are you withholding somewhere in your life? Are you playing small? Are you being quiet when you have something to say? Do you have some truth that wants to come out? Do you have something you want to create? Do you have a dream that you keep holding back and saying, there's not enough yet, there's not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough me, there's not enough energy, there's not enough help, Stop that recording, scratch that record. And play the truth, play the truth over and over again. If you give yourself to that thing that you are seeking, if you give yourself to that thing you think you are lacking, you will get it and more of it, and you will generate more to share, and it'll spill over, pressed down, shaken together, spilling over in your lap. That is the good, the abundant truth that we are made of and that we've come here to give abundant life, to enjoy that life and to give more of it. That's why we're here. And we have perfect access to it. Pick up the line, stop, be still, and know that I am. Shift and share. It's super simple. I know I'm like driving this home. It's probably getting really old, but it's because I realize that I need it, and so I'm guessing maybe you need it too, because as much as we forget, we need to hear the truth over and over again and be reminded that it's simple, that there are simple steps to take, and they always lead us back to source. That's always the truth. It leads us back to source. Source and source, right? Source everywhere present and within. And that's all we have to do is remember and do these simple things. And then everything comes to us and through us and as us. And then life is joyful and loving and connected and creative, and we're alive, and we get up in the morning, we don't go, oh, another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, my to-do list is so big, or, oh, I'm so lonely, or I don't feel good, or I'm getting old, or whatever that stuff it is that we keep telling ourselves that is just making us miserable. Instead, we just go and we get up and we say, I'm in it. I'm in this game. How am I going to be used today? How am I going to generate more life? How am I going to come and be the abundant life I have come here to be? God, I am so grateful for being here. And you look around and you say, oh my God, there's my dog, is so cute. And then you say, look at this home and look at the food I have. I have breakfast and I have somebody to love somewhere, even if they're not in your home, right? There's someone to love. Go down to the grocery store and be loving toward the I mean appropriately loving. Be kind and friendly and connecting, lift somebody's day, stop for somebody. There's just so much in this world. There's so much in this world that is just broken and hungry and thirsty and just wilting on the vine. And we're all sitting here full of abundant good, knowing who our source is, knowing that we come from divine intelligence, knowing that we can be a vehicle of so much good. Don't sit on it. Don't make it small. Don't contract yourself anymore. Get out there in the world. This is how we can stop the wars. We can stop the conflicts. We can stop the division. I hope it is abundantly clear by now what this project is about. I hope it's abundantly clear what we're signing up for here. And I really, really want to encourage and invite you to get out there, go over to that table and sign up for a study group. Because if you're in a group and you continue to study this at a deeper level and read the material and hear it on Sunday, then as a whole community, we become a force for good in the world that we can't always do alone. And you get companionship for this journey to keep mirroring and reflecting to you who you are and what you have to give to the world. It's far more powerful, so I hope we can all engage in it together. Let's look at what this project is about as we close out in Derek's words. The Abundance Project is not a get-rich-quick program. I think you got that. It's not a get-anything program because you can't get what you already have. It is, though, a time-tested, proven system to unlock your natural abundance capacity and unleash your divine inheritance. Yeah? Are we in? Let's say this together then. I am unlocking my natural abundance creating capacity and unleashing my divine inheritance. So you are, and so it is.
We'd like just to have one more round of applause.
A little overwhelmed, feeling just like I'm ready. What am I doing here? What are we doing here? But I'm willing to share and to give and to shift and to be here. And to remember that I am the origin point of the infinite source energy. I'm willing. So thank you.
And able.
And able. That's right. And with that, your prayer chaplains are available if you want to pray about this after the service to provide personal prayer support. If you're a prayer chaplain serving today, please stand. Our prayer chaplains wear the lavender stoles.
Whether you have a joy or a concern in your heart today, praying with our prayer chaplains is a powerful opportunity to have your intentions raised up in consciousness.
All right. And then as we talk about it, thank you. Thank you for serving today.
Thank you.
We have these cards in the seat back pockets. You will find their pledge cards. Our Board of Trustees has set some financial goals for our community in July, and they're listed on the front of this card. To successfully finance the mortgage for our spiritual home by May 2025. Should be a piece of cake, nothing to it. It's nothing. To stabilize our cash flow. So to meet these two new goals, we need to increase our income and asking for a 15% increase in our love offerings. So if you're giving $100 a month or $100 a week, if it's $115, that'd be great. That'll help us reach our goals, which I'm sure our goals are much broader than that. But that's what this is about. We encourage you to take a look at this and fill this out and put, I'm willing to increase 15% and drop that in the basket. That would be awesome. Make that commitment. Thank you.
Thank you for your generosity and willingness to further support the well-being of our community. Now, let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack or limitation. Abundance is our true nature.
Amen. For your convenience, there are a variety of ways to financially give to the community, shown on the screen. For those of you watching online, there is a donate button, my favorite button, on the Watch Live page. We encourage everyone to set up regular and automatic giving to Unity through your free banks bill pay service. I get that right?
Yes, I invite you to take your tithe or offering in your hand and repeat our affirmation together. Divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
On the subject. While we were talking about abundance, big house, big car, backseat, full bar, houseboat won't float, bank won't toast, no, too much stuff.
Stuff,
Yeah, too much stuff.
stuff.
You know you can't wake up when you're dealing with too much stuff. Hanging out on the couch, putting on the pounds, better walk, jump, run, swim, gotta bring it down. Eating too much stuff, eating too much stuff. You know you can't get around when you're dealing with too much stuff. $100 cab drive, parked in, can't fly, Greyhound, Amtrak, Autobahn, Cadillac, too much stuff. Yeah, too much stuff. Stuff. You know you can't get around when you're dealing with too much stuff. Well, it's way too much. You're never gonna get enough. Well, you can pile it high, but you'll never be satisfied. Rent a truck trying to use it. It's too much stuff. Yeah, too much stuff. You can't get along when you're dealing with too much stuff. Women every which way, messing with my mind. You know I fall in love every day, 3 or 4 times. It's too much stuff. Yeah, too much stuff. You know you can't get along when you're dealing with too much stuff. Too much. You're never gonna get enough. You can pile it high, but you'll never be satisfied. Rent a tux, shiny shoes, backstage, big schmooze, for the group, can't sing, wanna war for everything. Too much stuff. Yeah, too much stuff. You know you can't get along when you're dealing with too much stuff. You know you can't get along. Yeah, too much stuff. You know you can't get along when you're dealing with too much stuff.
Too many words.
Running,
Go ahead.
running back, can't score. With a million more dudes, can't sing. It's too much stuff. You too much stuff. You know you can't get along when you're dealing with too much stuff. Along when you're dealing with too much stuff.
That was so perfect because we lose our way, right? We lose our place with too much stuff. I know. Oh, thank you, Spirit, for the abundant good that is here in us, through us, as us. We can manifest anything. Wow. Let's say that together. I can manifest anything. I can manifest anything. Let's bless this good together. We give thanks for the ever-increasing, constant flow of absolute good in our lives now. So it is.
Spring in the children, we are a circle of love. We are a circle of light. Come join the circle of love. Come join the circle of light. The light in you and the light in me are one. The light in you and the light in me are one.
Good morning, everyone. Happy October.
Happy October.
Happy Sunday. Ivy agreed to share with you what we talked about today in youth ministry. You want to go for it, Ivy?
So today we talked about meditation and affirmations that start with I am.
I am affirmations are so powerful. Do you guys have any favorite I am affirmations? Grown-ups? I am what?
Love.
I am love. I am abundant. I am the greatest. I am light. You guys hear these? These are pretty good.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful. We were working with I am strong. I am awesome. Love it. I am. Infinite potential in that one. I love it. Yeah, see, the grown-ups get it, huh? They get it. Yeah, thank you all. Have a great week.
Thank you. Let's bless our children, youth, and teachers together. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine light within you.
All right, please rise in body or in spirit. And as we close out with I choose love. Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
You are the love and the light and the abundant source on this planet right now. So let's get out and shine our lights, have fun, and spread joy.